Todd Dunn here on the 26th of December 2024. I'm on my way out to see if there was any real mail today, and also to just kind of look around. Now, we had some snow a couple days ago, and it is still here. Altogether we had about 7 inches, which is at least for the last 10 years or so, a little unusual for December. And it is starting to melt a little bit today. So anyway, I'll show you what it looks like. Well, here we go, out onto the road. I plowed my driveway and the road Tuesday afternoon, Thursday now, and made a bit of a difference. The main difference is that the potholes are filled with ice now, so the road is not as bumpy as it was. For example, this little stretch right here used to have a lot of potholes. Probably still feel them a little. Yeah, a little bit, but not as bad as it was. They're more gradual. So what we're going to do is go over to the post office, since I live on a private road and they do not deliver mail to homes on private roads. So we all have post office boxes, which has consequences. We don't have to worry about our mail because it's in the post office box in the post office. But we also do have to go over there to get it. I can't just walk out to a mailbox. Okay, here we go. And now we're on to town roads, which, in addition to having been plowed, are also probably salted, which is why they're bare. And they're drying out. I imagine when we get out to the Maine road here in just a little bit, that it will be dry. So this is what Bass Harbor, Maine looks like at the end of December 2024. And depending on what I have in the mail, the post office, via their informed delivery, says they have a piece of mail they don't have a picture of. And that is often, this time of month, my pension check, that for some reason the post office never has a picture of it on informed delivery. I don't know why. Well, we're heading in. You can see the sun here has cleared the snow off some of the roofs, not all. A lot of the houses still have snow on the roof. And as I said, we had about 7 inches, and it is starting to compact down. It's supposed to warm up quite a bit in the next few days, and we're actually supposed to get some rain over the weekend. So that's a consequence of the Atlantic Ocean, which is right next to us. Right here, we're about 100 yards from the ocean. And seawater temperatures right now are in the middle 40s, 44 maybe. So yeah, that keeps us warm and everything. So here's the post office right over here. That's where I'm headed for my first stop. And if I have a check, I'll be headed over to Southwest Harbor to the bank. Okay, we're just pulling out of the post office. I'm going to drive down by the waterfront and we'll have a look at it. And then I'm going to go home because my pension check was not there. Now, I have not yet received my November pension check, let alone my December check, which they're both supposed to be here by the 24th of the month. But they come from Canada, which is where I worked, and Canada had one of its most Canadian of events starting in mid-November and only ending a little over a week ago, and that was a postal strike. Yeah, the post office was on strike. Okay, here we are. This is Bass Harbor. And just take a look at it. And I'm going to drive out toward the ferry dock and see what it looks like out there. See, the road is reasonably good. Sort of a mix of bare, wet, and with a little bit of slush. That's Blue Hill Bay out there. Very pretty today in the sun. The ferry dock for the state ferry that goes over to Swans Island and Frenchboro. And straight ahead is the ferry terminal. And we'll just come out here. I'm going to turn around because there's not really anything past the ferry dock other than it becomes very difficult to turn around. So I'll use their broad area here, and this is paid parking if you want to go over to Swans Island. It's quite expensive, but unless you buy a long-term pass. And there are some of the hills of the west side of Mount Desert Island up ahead. So, as I said, it's a pretty day, nice and sunny, and with the snow, it's very bright. And these little houses here, I think, are former cannery workers' homes, because they are right across the street from the former cannery, which is now condominiums. Anyway, we're going to head home since I did not have any mail that requires a trip into the city, Southwest Harbor. Southwest Harbor is the local city, and that it has businesses. It has, you know, banks and hardware store, drug store, a grocery store, and a couple of other shops of various types that are open in the winter. That's a contrast to Bass Harbor and Bernard, where there are basically no businesses that you would patronize in the winter. Okay, I don't know where this guy is going or what he's doing. Okay, as we head back home. And I just thought I'd show you this because it is quite pretty out here today. And you know, if you don't have to deal with the snow, it's you know, makes the landscape look nice. If you have to shovel it or get it off of your driveway, you develop less of an appreciation for it. And it has been cold today. It's currently almost freezing, and that's the warmest it's been for about 4 or 5 days. So we had some nights down around 10 degrees, which is cold for here. And now it's warming up. Okay, head in here and go home. So I'll stop filming when we get up here a little bit farther. So I'd show you the snow-covered landscape here in Bass Harbor, Maine. And I want to say I'm sorry I haven't been producing many videos lately. I've been a little bit negligent and just simply haven't felt like doing it. So anyway, I'm going to call this one over and say thanks for watching.